In the Game with Alex Morgan. How are you?
I'm good.
That's
How
great.
are you?
I'm doing great. And thank you for spending some time. You're very busy these days. You're in season right now, right?
I am.
Never a dull moment. That's the way you like it.
Yeah.
From an early age, I know that when you were younger, you were a multi-sport athlete, basketball, track, volleyball. And it wasn't until you were 14 that you actually became involved in soccer. That's a little older for.
Well, yeah, I knew that I wanted to be an Olympian. That's what I knew when I was 8 years old. And then comes around the '99 World Cup, and you have Christine Lilly and Mia Hamm and all of the girls winning the World Cup and just gaining so much popularity. And of course, I was one of those little girls just loving it. So I think at that point, I was like, I want to be them. I want to be in their shoes. And from that point on, I just loved the game of soccer.
And you did become them. I love in your book, by Olympic gold medalist, Alex Morgan. I mean, there are not many people who can say they're an Olympic gold medalist. What was it like playing in the Olympics?
Almost surreal, especially receiving the gold medal around my neck. It was almost like you have to step back and think, am I living this moment or is this a dream?
This is just the sweetest little book, The Kicks, Saving the Team, and it's a children's book. What made you want to write a children's book?
I was working on this project throughout the Olympics, and I felt like I needed to give back in a sort of way and show them how I got to where I am today and what sort of hard work it takes and what sort of character building it takes throughout the younger years in your childhood to get to.
Yeah, give us some
my life
advice.
as a professional
What
athlete.
advice would you give these young girls who they have Olympic dreams too? What do you tell them?
I mean, it doesn't matter what your dream is. If your dream is not to be a professional soccer player, that's okay. But as long as you have a passion for something, you have a dream for something, you can achieve it if you put in the hard work, if you take on the responsibility head on, if you believe in yourself and stand up for yourself and realize that you do have a lot of support more than you think.
And do you feel kind of like a responsibility to help grow the game and to grow the sport and to get more people involved?
I think that we do have a responsibility to go out in the local community to just reach out to young girls, because I remember meeting Christine Lilly one time and it was it impacted my life greatly. So I know that those small moments are huge for little girls.
We always ask on with ESPNW the Twitter and Facebook questions, and this one came in through Twitter. What gets you pumped before a game?
Music gets me pumped. Seeing all the fans, hearing the crowd outside while we're in the locker room. I mean, you just have those nerves and that excitement.
What music are you listening to? I mean, what's in
Fun,
your iPod?
Pop music. I mean, Katy Perry. Just upbeat music that you could dance to. Even old school rap, whatever it is, anything that gets us on our feet, gets the nerves out, and helps us just have fun. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about for me. I think for my teammates as well, is enjoying the game, having fun, and just loving the moment we're in.
Yeah, enjoying the moment and appreciating the moment. This is coming from the ESPNW Facebook page, and it's really a detailed one and a really good one. She says, as a mom to a devoted young soccer player and girl, how do we as a nation continue to encourage young girls to maintain focus and drive when the sport itself only privileges professional soccer for men and televises male games?
I think the NWSL is, an important step for the women's game continuing to grow in the U.S. And I think that also it's important for just the women's game to grow internationally, because they're looking at us. They're looking at the U.S. For guidance. So I think the more we can keep pushing the line, the boundaries, the better it is for the other countries have to improve their game.
There are just so many parents that are looking for examples for their young daughters. it's easier to find examples for their sons, but not as much for their daughters. So the bottom line, what is your hope? What is your hope with the book and the work that you're doing to inspire young people?
To have young girls realize that they should be confident in their own skin, and they should just feel like they can do anything, because the sky's the limit. And honestly, I had one dream when I was 8 years old, and I was able to accomplish that dream and even further than I even imagined. And that's possible with believing in yourself.